What do you think about Jake Paul as a promoter?
I think he's good for boxing, man. I think, everybody has their own point of view and it's respectable. It's like I don't have to think like everybody else think and everybody doesn't have to think like I think. But I think he's great for boxing. I think he's giving a lot of young athletes opportunities. He's breaking certain paradigms, like I said, like with women, right? Giving them the exposure that perhaps they don't get as much. Um, and we're gonna answer the big elephant in the room. It's that boxing is a sport which is very risky. It's not like you're going there to go hit a baseball and you're not gonna get hit back. You could lose your life in boxing. You can end up with serious neurological problems, and not that any money's worth more than your health, but you want to maximize the benefits you can gain from your career for the risk that you're taking, and I think that he's doing that from a monetary standpoint.
In my opinion, and I'm going to speak for I think most of the boxing community, I think the best thing you could do with Jake Paul is just not give him attention. Because every single time he's fought, well, the only time he's fought an actual fighter, he lost. And that was realistically a YouTuber. Now, since then, he's been paying off MMA fighters and retired professional boxers like Julio Cesar Chavez just because they have good names, but those guys suck. They ain't fight anybody. There's people in this gym that have never had a professional fight that would beat Jake Paul and every single person he's fought up to now. So that's my thoughts on it.
Jake Paul, surprisingly okay. Can't knock him from YouTube with no amateur experience, doing the right thing, moving up, taking the steps he needs to take on certain fighters he needs to take. Smart moves, and we'll see when he finds a real decent boxer that's been actually wanting to box, into boxing. When he's pulling out the other names like Badu and Badu, maybe it's not even though. No, I take that back. Badu still kick his ass. I think Sudo would be the next suitable guy. Sudo wants it because of that payday. He's gonna give him a hell of a challenge. I still can't. I don't see it still. You know what I mean? I give it to I give him a credit for all the things he's done to this point. Can't knock him, but he hasn't really fought a boxer. Anytime he fought a boxer, he either lost or was competition.
All right. So there's a good and bad to this. I respect Jake Paul because he trains like a fighter. He does his strength and conditioning. He does his rounds in the gym. He does his road work. I respect that a lot. God bless him. To come from what he was doing before, just making YouTube videos and editing, to now training twice a day, 6 days a week, God, it's tough. It's not easy. It's not for everybody. But the fact that he's ranked 14th in the world on a sanctioning body, that's crazy. That's crazy. Who is he fought? What are their rankings? These guys are old retired fighters, old basketball players. And listen, I get it. He's here to make money. He's not here for the long run. It's obvious. But there's guys that go toe-to-toe fucking fighting for their lives at the cruiserweight division. But these guys are fighting to feed their families, fighting to live. And Jake Paul's ranked higher than them just because he fought nobodies. You know what I mean? I respect what he's doing. He trains. I'm not saying he's a slouch and he's just, whatever, getting off the couch and fighting. He trains hard, but at the same time, it's not fair that the sanctioning body ranks these guys higher. Well, ranks lower than Jake Paul when Jake Paul hasn't fought anybody to be ranked. And the names next to him, 13, 15, Giovanni, I spar with him. I know he's a tough guy. I used to work with him. He used to come to the gym. We used to work with him. Why don't you fight the guy right next to him? Let's see that fight, and then we'll go from there. But just to say you're ranked on a sanctioned body without fighting anybody with any rank at all, it's absurd. There's a lot of other guys doing big things in the sport that aren't even close to him.